Hey, everybody, and welcome to my latest video review live. As is evident by my throat deciding to go out as soon as I start. So, this video review is actually, Fear No Evil. Fear No Evil is a bizarre, weird 1980s film. It actually was released in 1981 that I thought I was the only person who remembered. And I saw this way too young to have really seen this. So Fear No Evil is actually, it's hard to describe. It's a horror film that focuses on a teenage antichrist, but it's so bizarrely weird and different than any of your typical antichrist vehicles. There's undead zombies, as you can see on the back of the DVD, that are released to help him as minions. There's some insanely cool special effects and really cheesy, cheap special effects that happen in this film. The plot itself is so weird and odd, and I can't stress that enough. So here's how it goes. At the beginning, we have this elderly priest chasing this demonic figure who is Lucifer on Earth, and apparently the priest is actually one of three angels that are given the job of destroying Lucifer every time he is reborn. So as the film progresses, that becomes really important that there are three angels. So the priest corners Lucifer, who tells him his name is Bonobo. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this life. So he was reincarnated as this gentleman who he's about to, who stabs himself in the heart with this magical cross post thing, lance. So Lucifer is reincarnated in this child. The priest dies because he is put in jail for the murder of the gentleman that was Lucifer. And you find out later that the priest's sister is an angel. And the third angel that makes their trinity that fights the devil is reincarnated in a teenage girl. It's really weird. I can't begin to stress that enough. So, as the film progresses, the reincarnated devil is this teenager named Andrew. Andrew is, of course, as is usual in these films, bullied, the weirdo. He drives his parents insane. It's just really tragic and messed up. At some points you feel sorry for him, but then you kind of realize he's relishing the things that he does. And bad things happen. It's such a bizarre movie in that there's so many deep religious aspects to it, but there's also these weirdly animated special effects. There's even an entire passion play of Christ's crucifixion where they actually crucify the guy that's playing Jesus, and all kinds of insane stuff happens. I did not remember how crazy this movie was. There's a Vinnie Barbarino type guy named Tony, because of course he is, that is like the head bully that that beats up on Andrew and treats him like crap. And that guy ends up, there's this whole scene where they're smoking weed and they tell Andrew that, do you believe that whole thing about smoking weed makes you grow tits? And then at the end, towards the end of the movie, Tony grows tits. There's this whole homoerotic thing going on with him and Andrew in the shower. It's crazy. And it's kind of neat though in the way that it's Andrew uses these people's phobias and things against them. So it's just a really strange I keep saying that, but it's a really strange, different movie that is actually really good and really deep in some ways. Like the religious overtones and things and mythologies that they weave into this are really surprisingly good, and the special effects are really surprisingly good for as low budget as this had to have been, because it wasn't a major release. The gentleman who directed it also wrote it. He produced it. It looks like it was a family affair. The guy's name was Frank LaLoggia. So it's. I think I owned a release of this that came out back in the early 2000s. That came out very limited on DVD, and I don't even know if I still own it. I mean, it went away, and when I saw that Scream Factory was doing this, I was so excited. Like I was Johnny on the spot on this because I love this movie. I remember seeing this image with the yearbook photo, which is on fire, and then there's Andrew with his crazy demonic visage. Um, but that's not even as demonic as he gets. He gets far more demonic than that. But it's such a interesting, different, weird, completely 80s movie. I forgot about how good the music was in this. This thing has like um, I think the Ramones are in this. There's I want to say Talking Heads. Like it's got a lot of great 80s music too. Which is another thing I was shocked by. I didn't remember that either. Must have been like a really long time since I watched the whole thing. But this release is actually pretty great. Even if the only thing I have to say is I'm sad that the film looks better than I ever seen it. They used the 4K original film element to make it, but it's still so not loved, I guess, or just poor quality that it's still not the best. But I think it's the best that you're going to find of it. The other thing is they actually interview Stefan Arngrim, who played Andrew in this. It's been a few years, so he looks quite different, but he's still got some really fantastic stories about this. He was also the young teen in Land of the Giants, I believe it was. So this was quite the different thing for him to do. This also includes John Eggert, who did the special effects. The special effects, like I said, are surprisingly effective. But then you have the ones that are like completely animated, drawn on, that kind of were like you're a little shocked by, but they're effective. Like the demon makeup and things that they do in this is really great. So I'm really enjoyed that part of it. It also includes audio commentary with Stefan Arngrim while you watch the film. The trailer, TV spots. There's a number of TV spots that are very similar, but they do collect all of them. It's really great to see. And there's a still gallery. So it's not a bare bones by any stretch. There's some really good stuff on here. I'm amazed that Stefan Arngrim actually, they got him on here to talk about it, because I honestly think I'm one of the few people that remember this movie. So definitely check this out. Get it. It comes out, I believe it is on September 24th from Scream and Shout Factory. It's only $22.99 right now to pre-order on the website, and it's definitely worth it. It's such an oddball, different movie. It's not been this easily accessible for a very long time. Definitely go check it out. Buy it if you're a horror fan. If you're an '80s fan, definitely if you're a horror fan, you should have this. I love, again, this is actually the movie poster, but they do have this great insert in here. This is what the disc itself looks like, which has some more of those random, very Italian horror, zombie-esque minions that show up towards the end. But there's this great image on the inside here of like this crazy stuff happening where towards the end of the film. But yeah, check it out. Excellent, excellent movie. Just different and weird. I always kind of paired this, because they came out around the same time. I always sort of paired this with Fade to Black, which I still don't think that has a Blu-ray release. yet. So, yeah, Shout Factory, Scream Factory needs to get on that. Fade to Black and Fear No Evil. Your skinny, weirdo horror duo of Eric Benford and Andrew, because I always got these two confused back when I was really young. I was probably like 6. Can you blame me when I saw this at 6 years old, or pretty close to it? Explains a lot, doesn't it? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Check that out, Shout Factory, Scream Factory. I will be doing another video review here momentarily coming up on Zinni 64. So go check it out. And if you guys want to see any more of these, please feel free to comment below. Let me know what you'd like to hear about. I will be doing another one shortly for the V mini series Blu-ray release that just got in my hot little hand. That will be coming out, I believe, later this month, if not next month. So thank you guys. I will see you later. Again, Fear No Evil. If you have not heard of this, never seen it, it's coming this month from Shout and Scream Factory. $22.99. Go order it now. You will not be disappointed. This baby right here. Okay, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.